Welcome to Action Coaching. I'm Bishop Wiley Jackson, and I'm certainly delighted that you've joined me on today because I believe that God has a special coaching word just for you. Now, I found out in life, everybody either needs a coach, a mentor, a guide, whatever you want to call it, meaning that people who have went the way that you are going and they're able to give you tips, advice to kind of guide you as you move along that course. Now, everybody have a different destiny, but there are certain rules that are basic in all things. For instance, like when I was growing up, my father used to always instruct me and tell me that whatever you do, be on time. Now, I thought, well, okay, I know in your generation you being on time, but now we the young group coming along, and we can get there when we get there. But I eventually learned that being on time does not change. It's always necessary if you're going to be successful in anything. And so I learned that process, and I found out that there are certain rules to success that a lot of times you need people to guide and coach you along the way. Now, what I'm going to talk about on Action Coaching this week is I began thinking and meditating some days back, and I'm quite sure that all of you know that the world we live in, the time that we live in, is consistently changing. Each and every day you see that a lot of people who once had jobs, perhaps in the government, and all of a sudden technology has taken over and they're laying off a host of people or even closing down maybe some jobs that you have done that you spent most of your lifetime in. And so a lot of people are faced with, I've been doing this so long. What am I going to do now? I never thought about what would I do after I'd been on this job so long. But it's important to know that just because you worked a certain place a long time, that does not mean that that's all your destiny that you will have, that there are other things and other avenues that you can go down. There are other ways that you can enjoy life, you can make money, you can do great and wonderful things just for yourself. So on this week on Action Coaching, I want to talk about reimagining your vision. See, a lot of times people think that what you're in right now is going to last forever. Well, let me use this example. When you're much younger, you feel like you're going to be young forever. You're in your 20s, your teens, you just feel like, oh, I'm going to be this way forever. I can enjoy what I want. My body feels good. I can get up in the morning, run 10 miles, come and eat something, eat a little snack, and I'm ready to go 10 more miles, and you just feel like that's going to exist forever. But then you find out as you continue to move through life, those things that you did at a certain point in your life, you can still do things similar to that, but you got to reimagine how you do it. You've got to create another vision that will fit you for the time that you're in. And thus in life, you can continue prospering, enjoying life, and experiencing so many new things. So a lot of times it is important to talk to people about understanding that as you go on in life, you reimagine, meaning that there are other things that you can be equipped to do as you move through life, which you were unable to do when you were much younger. Take, for instance, a lot of time when I was much younger, I would just go. I didn't have enough patience to even pause 10 seconds because I was young. I felt like I would just go. I just make it up as I go. But as I matured, grew older, understood now, I can still go, but I got to make a plan. I got to make a concrete plan as to when I go, what am I going to accomplish when I get there? And I found myself having to reimagine the way that I was going to live my life. Let me give you another example. When I didn't have kids, there were a host of things I could just get up and do. You know, didn't have my kids, didn't have anybody to take care of. Just me and my wife. We were by ourselves. We didn't have no kids. And so we were just having a good time. But lo and behold, when we started having kids, then I had to reimagine my lifestyle. It was like when I could just get up and go in the car, now it's got the baby seat. I gotta have the stroller, she got to have the food together. Now, there's another aspect of the life. And here they come, they're growing, they're running around, and we gotta keep an eye on them all of the time. It used to be that before they came, we could just go to sleep, cut out the lights and go to sleep. But now that we got kids, everything is different. And so, reimagining is not a bad thing. It's a part of life. So let me explain some points that you might want to consider as you progress through life. Because years ago, they used to say expressions, we didn't think they meant much, but as you age and mature, you find out that those were very powerful quotes. Things like time waits on nobody. True. You know, and they would talk about how you got to be consistent in everything that you do. True. So a lot of things you were learning. So how do we take some steps in this coaching session to help you enjoy your life even the more, but learn to enjoy every stage of your life? Have a vision, have a goal for every stage in your life, and goodness, God wants us to live life to its fullest. And so this is what coaching is all about, to help one mature, not to rob you of your gifts and talent, but to help you mature in them and understand how you can better use them. Now, the Bible talks a lot about vision. And I like to say that vision is simply a preview of a coming attraction. You know, when you go to movies, before the main movie come on, you see a lot of previews of movies that are coming out. In other words, even though the movie is not out yet, they're getting you prepared so that when that movie comes, they're going to make sure that they done pique your interest enough that you'll go see that movie. Even though they're giving you a preview, but you're watching the movie you paid to see on that particular day. But life is a lot like that. Visions can give you previews of a coming attraction in your own life. Things that you may not have yet achieved, but now you can see that I can really walk into that. I've had a vision, I've had a dream, maybe about starting my business for many years. I couldn't start it because maybe you had kids and other responsibilities and you couldn't do it at that moment, but that preview was still in your head. And after the kids and everything have grown up, you got that vision to say, now it's the time to live life a different way, to enjoy different things, to understand that those things that I saw in a vision, I can actually have them. I can actually rise up every day with some motivation to pursue my dreams, my goals, and my vision. And you won't use excuses like, it's too late, I'm too old, or too much done passed me by. If you saw it, you can have it. If you dream it, you can do it. People are made to prosper and enjoy life because of their ability to dream. As I talked as we came on, visions give us the opportunity to reimagine our destiny, to enjoy things that we never thought we would achieve, to be able to get a glimpse of what we can potentially become. I always say, if you can see it, you can have it. If you can dream it, that dream can come true. But it's all about understanding that the power of your imagination is awesome. And that's why God gave it to us all. So we got to understand that in every situation, there's going to take some reimagining of our thinking and our destiny. I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? He want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show him that he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Welcome back. I left off talking about how at different points in life we got to reimagine our goals and understand that there are more things in store for us. I'm going to share a little bit of my own testimony. I don't like to talk too much on my testimony because my goal in life is it's all about you. All about pushing you forward. Yes, I thank God for my story. I thank God for what he blessed me to do. But I believe that my sole purpose is to continue to motivate others to go for it themselves. And so we all can enjoy our dreams coming true. But for me, when I first was in high school, really, my goal at that particular time was to get out of high school, get a job, and I'm going to make sure that I attended as many clubs as I could, many parties as I could, had as many girlfriends as I could, and that was going to be my life for the moment. I thought that that could last a long time. Now, I want to let you know there was no preaching in my life, let alone if it was anything, I'd go to church every now and then because my grandmama was a big official in the Baptist church. So every now and then I would go to church. But my dream was just to enjoy what I had envisioned. But however, as life went on and different circumstances began to happen to me, it forced me to say, I got to reimagine not only my vision, but my priority, but the way that I'm going to live my life. Now let me just interject this in here. And I want a lot of you to clearly hear me on this. Reimagining, going for a new vision, this is not about anybody else. You don't have time to sit around and blame people for your failures or the fact that you didn't achieve certain things. The only person you need to blame and get together is the person you see in the mirror every morning. Because it's up to you to dream, to reimagine, to know that there are more things in store for you. And that's the whole purpose of this topic on tonight. I'm talking to dreamers who dare to dream at any age, in any circumstances, to say, yes, I can achieve that. I love dreams and visions because it gives you motivation. It stirs up hope in you. It gives you a challenge. It gives you a goal in life. It makes you strive for bigger and better things. No matter what the odds are against you, you just know in you that you're going to give it a try. As I was talking about myself and my goal I had, graduate high school, get a job, I did not know that as life went on, certain circumstances would cause me to reimagine my goals. Through a process of that particular time, they were still drafting in the Army, and my number had come up, and I went down to the induction center, took the physical and everything, and I passed and everything. And of course, felt like when you pass, well, I'm going into the Army. I appreciate all of the men and women in uniform. Believe me, I have nothing but the highest respect for you. But I figured I was just going to the Army. Okay, I'm going to get drafted. I'm going to just go in there, and whatever I got to do in the Army, I'll just kind of waste my time that way. Not saying that being in the Army is a waste of time. Anybody, there are people that go in the Army, they have career, they have goals, they have achievements that they have. I was just not one of them. But in the midst of me passing the physical and getting ready to sign the papers, then a lady looked up and said, well, you know, have you tried getting a college deferment? I didn't know what that was. So she explained it to me and said, well, you can go to college, and then when you get out of college, you can go to the Army. Well, sounds great to me. I didn't really want to go to college either, but since she was suggesting that, I said I'd go to college. Went to the college. Now, here I am, same vision, get on college campus. One word about trying to learn anything, just down there, some more parties, some more good times, and all of the things that I wanted to get into. But here I am on the college campus. And you start getting around a lot of people who have dreams and goals and objectives. When you start sitting in classes with people who came in prepared for life, wanted to be a doctor, a chemist, an engineer, all of those things. And I'm one sitting in the class just saying, I just want to enjoy this experience. Forget all of the things you all focusing on. But as time went on, then I began to see I got to reimagine some things. I had to begin asking myself, what are you going to become when this is over? Where are you going to be when you're no longer 19 and 20 and you're 30? Will you have a home? Will you have a career? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? And I remember laying in the dormitory room in the dark, and I began to have dreams and visions about what I could become. Now I tell you here and now, I didn't know whether I could become all that I was having dreams and visions about. But all I know is having those dreams and visions and reimagining different things for myself birthed a motivation in me. Or I want to go for it in me. That I'm going to do what it takes to get prepared for, in essence, the preview of a coming attraction that I saw that particular night. What I'm saying here at Action Coaching, I believe that we're living in a time and in a moment where God is calling for the dreamers, people who dare to get up and reimagine things for themselves, change your thinking, go for the goal you didn't think you could make, strive for the prize, put all of your energy in it, because if you believe it, you can do it. Oftentimes, when you hear successful people who are functioning at a high level in whatever career they're in, and I've sat down and talked to a lot of them, and a lot of them would tell me right away, I dreamed that I was going to be a doctor from a child, or I dreamed that I was going to be a truck driver, a pilot of an airplane. And when that came, I had to start shaping my priorities so I could qualify for that. But the issue was, once they saw it, they knew they could do it. So I want to say to you today, it's time to let your imagination go wild. It's time to reimagine not just the thing you're doing, but there are a host of things you can do and accomplish. And it's there for you. But it's time to shake up the habits. Open yourself up so you can strive for those goals and those visions. And not sit around all day talking about woe is me. I can't have this, I can't have that. Yes, you can. When you decide that you're going to dream again. That you're going to stop reimagining yourself always being broke, busted, and disgusted. But let your imagination run wild and you see yourself in a situation that you wanted, that you believe you can have. It's going to take place in your life. And I found out that once you go for your dream, God can make your life utterly amazing. God gave me a vision many, many years ago. And the vision was just simply put the word in action. Now, I didn't know what the word in action meant. I knew what action meant. Action meant I had to do something. And so I reimagined the fact that what if I really put this word in action? What if I start pursuing the things that are destined for me? Chances are they can come to pass. Chances are they can excite me to do better and go after things. And that's just what it did for me. Now I certainly enjoyed talking to you, and I want you to know, reimagine, start dreaming, go for it. Now I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Sitting on my bed, watching a preacher preach on the television screen. And I said to myself, Lord, I can do better than him.
Welcome back. I certainly want to encourage you that enjoyed Action Coaching on today to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. Yes, through your support, we certainly thank God that you believe in us and it'll allow us to expand bigger and better and reach so many people with Action Coaching. You'll never realize how you helping us helps us to help so many people. So we certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering on today. Some can give 100, some can give 50, some can give more. We certainly want you to trust God and sow that seed on today. Be a blessing to the ministry, to others. And you know what? Others will come and minister to you. So we certainly want you to sit down and sow that generous seed faith offering on today. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto the ministry. I want you to go to that link and sow it now. Do it now. The Bible says that God blesses a cheerful giver, and God will definitely bless you. Once again, there's an exciting link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto the ministry, and I thank you for your financial support. Before I leave you on today, I got a special announcement. On August 30th and the 31st, we're going to have an exciting Impact Weekend at the ACB. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have amazing things on Saturday. We want all of y'all to come out. Bring your kids. Everybody be there with us. And it's going to be enjoyable. And then on that Sunday, God is going to send a powerful word that is going to bless you. I got an exciting testimony I'm going to be sharing with you. So you need to be there to hear about the power of a testimony, how it can change your life. So that once again, that's August 30th and 31st at the ACV, the Action Creative Village. That's what we call it, and that's what we are all about. I'm looking forward to you being there. Of course, there's going to be more information that's going to be placed on our social media, and of course, you'll see it in all of our advertisements. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor, be there with us, because it's going to be dynamic. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.